Hello, Prony teacher. Welcome back. In this How to Use Learnglish Pro video, we're going to be taking a look at a lesson. And we're going to see how a lesson is organized, what the sequence of the different activities is, and the reasons why it is so. It is the way it is. Once you have entered the website, you go to the level you're teaching, and you go to the grade that you are teaching as well. We're going to be using a lesson created for 5th grade, one of our newest lessons, the most recently created, which is called the Purépecha language, another one of our 100% personalized lessons. Okay, I want to bring your attention to this list of icons. This list of icons is the one that represents the different sections within this lesson. And what I need to explain to you today is that the way each section is organized serves a very specific purpose. Though you may jump onto the different sections by clicking on the different icons, the suggestion I want to make today is that you follow the order in which they are organized, in which they are put here. And there is a reason why, or there are different reasons why. The very first section will be the welcome page, where you will see the title, okay, and this information, which is taken from your Prony guide, which will help you plan your class and see what the objectives of using this particular lesson may be. In all lessons, every single lesson in Learnglish Pro, the order is the same. So once you understand the order of a lesson, you would be able to understand the rest of the lesson's order as well. The very first icon is vocabulary. Right after the welcome, we have vocabulary. Here in the vocabulary section, students will see different word sets, different vocabulary sets. These vocabulary sets have the purpose of helping students learn different words, to remember words that they already know, or just to reinforce their knowledge and understanding of different words. The importance of these words is that they are going to be the ones that will give students access to the reading and to the listening texts. What it means is that if students understand these words and know them well, it will be easier for them to understand the text and focus more on the different strategies and activities the texts are meant for. As you know, once you click on the box, you will see the picture associated with the word and you will hear its pronunciation. Well, your students will, of course, but that's the idea. They have the 3 kinds of input: the way it is written, the listening, the sound, and the picture. Because it's not just learning the words, saying, yes, I learned them, I know them. The following section will always be vocabulary exercise, where students would be able to put their spelling and the recognition of the words into practice. This will help us, and it will help them reinforce their learning of the different words. That is the main objective. The following section will always be the grammar bit. It is called grammar bit because it's not really a grammar lesson. Okay? It's basically a reminder of specific aspects of grammar that they may have learned, or they have just learned, or you will need to teach, depending on the objectives you have for your class. But this grammar bit section will help them also remember those grammar aspects that will be, in a way, found within the text. So when students are reading or students are listening, their understanding is easier because they know the grammar within the different texts. Okay? Once the students have checked this, to remember, to reinforce, maybe to learn the grammar point, there will always be, again, practice. So we can help students consolidate their knowledge and understanding of the grammar point. Once the students have learned the vocabulary, once they have learned these grammar points, or this grammar point, they will work then with the text. Okay? The reading text will have, in a way, the words previously seen, and it will also have the grammar that was seen previously as well. But what we want students to do is to focus on the specific reading comprehension skills and strategies, because that's the purpose of the reading here. Okay? Again, once they have finished doing the reading, they will have an exercise, a comprehension exercise. That's the first input activity as such, where they have a receptive skill being developed and or practiced. The second would be listening, where the students would be able to check or to listen to a text, okay, people speaking, interacting, and they will be able to fill in blanks, okay, with the words they hear from the text. For them to help them practice with sound, words, discrimination, okay, to put some of the words in before into practice, some of the structures as well. But with importance that students will have, again, another input activity, more receptive skills practice. Once they have finished doing this, okay, they will have a for fun lesson, where students will review everything they have seen before in the reading, in the listening, in the grammar, in the vocabulary, in a fun way. There are many different kinds of activities, crossword puzzles, memory games, etc. Okay? At the very end of this sequence, we will have the evaluation, well, the review, it is called here, review, where students will be able to answer questions related to all the content they have seen before. Okay? What is important here is that all these different questions will have to be answered one by one if students want to advance, to go to the end. From 10 to 20 questions, which will help students realize how much they have learned from the lessons in. So going back to the very beginning, what is important here is the reason why the vocabulary and the grammar are before the reading and listening is to help students with all the information they may need to know, to understand, to use, in order to have access to the two different kinds of texts. And by so doing, they will have no distractions. They will be able to focus on the specific reading comprehension and listening comprehension skills or strategies that I have just mentioned. If you decide that you want or you think your students don't need to check the vocabulary before the reading, well, you can go to the reading straight ahead. It's up to you. But the suggestion is that you give the students the input from the vocabulary and grammar they need in order to work with the texts. That's the reason why it is like this. The reason why we suggest you use it like this. Okay? Once you have understood this sequence and what the reasons for doing it like this is, what these are, you would be better able to organize your sequence of activities according to your specific and your students' specific needs. Well, that was the basic purpose of this video. I hope that you have a chance of getting into the different lessons, analyzing the different lessons' contents, understanding what the sequence of activities is, and that they help you organize your lesson plan better. Hope to see you next time. Be good.